Okay, I'd like to call the Site Plan Review Committee to order for Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026. Roll call, please.
President Kardasky.
Here.
Gary Paul.
Here.
Dennis Persick.
Here.
Dale Quinn.
Here.
Carrie Rathburn.
Here.
Andy Karowski and Dan Pamprin are excused.
Please stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And please remember our men and women throughout the world in uniform. I have no changes to the agenda. I need a motion to approve.
Move to approve as presented.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carried. Number 5, action on the minutes of the May 5th, 2026 Site Plan Review Committee meeting.
Move to approve, there's no other discussion.
Motion and a second to approve those minutes, and all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carried. Number 6, items for discussion and possible action. 6A, consider, discuss, act on a site plan review request for up to 5 temporary welcome banners around Hinkle Field, parcel VA-42. Aaron.
All right, thank you. I'll do my best to describe as best I can proposal. In this case, this is one that's come before the Site Plan Review Committee for the past few years. The Packers will be putting up a few large banners, temporary signage for training camp purposes, roughly 8 by 20, 160 square feet. As it's larger than 64 square feet each, it does have to come to site plan review for review and approval. In terms of the proposal, the signs again are similar, was previously approved in previous years. Only change being from the sponsor going from Bellin Health to UW Health on the banners themselves. Staff has no recommended conditions of approval at all and recommend approval. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Same thing, different year. Move to approve as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second to approve the temporary welcome banners around Hinkle Field. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carried. 6B, consider, discuss, act on a site plan review request for exterior improvements to 780 Morris Avenue, parcel VA-66-7-E-1. Aaron.
All right, thank you. This is a redevelopment of the former Koken machine property on, as mentioned, 780 Morris Avenue. Really a comprehensive exterior improvement to the building, including recladding, re-roofing, recladding with board and batten siding, and also some masonry wainscot along the bottom. Mentioned the existing roof will be replaced. The gravel area to the east of the building will also be paved, so it'll clean up that site pretty extensively. There are renderings of the proposed improvements in your packet. Hopefully you get a chance to look at those. In terms of recommended conditions of approval, use of fully concealed fasteners for exterior wall panels. All new metal wall panels are to include a minimum 3-foot masonry wainscot. Conventional curb pan or mountable curbing is required for new paved areas where not directly abutting neighborhood parking or drive areas. And meet all applicable requirements of the Ashwaubenon site plan review and all other applicable village ordinances. From public safety, just a reminder on the Knox box that all buildings are required to have a Knox box key installation, at least no more than 5 feet from grade and within 5 feet of the front main entrance on the address side of the building. Since this project is within the Sports Entertainment District, it does have to go to Plan Commission and Village Board for approval. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, Dave Holzum, representing the applicant, is in the audience as well.
The only comment I got, it makes the building look a whole heck of a lot better than what it is. The exterior, I think, fits our modern day look. The lot itself is definitely improved with the asphalt around it. It was gravel. Is the present blacktop going to be replaced?
Yes.
You're replacing everything then?
Yeah, we'll strip the whole site and start over.
Okay. Like I said, it's a great looking building. I was hoping for it to be torn down, but that didn't happen.
Well, you know, sometimes when you buy things and remodel them, you wish you did.
I noticed,
I'll admit-
I noticed a lot of stuff leaving there in the dumpster.
It might have been a little easier.
So, all right, if there are no other comments, I'll make a motion to approve the site plan exterior improvement at 780 Morse Avenue, parcel 66-7-E-1 with staff conditions.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to recommend approval of the site plan for exterior improvements to 780 Morris Avenue, parcel VA-66-7-E-1 with staff conditions. Any other comments, concerns? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
In here.
Thank you all
Thank
for your
you.
time.
It looks really nice, Dave.
Thank you. Well, there's a couple around there that we're chasing, so. Y'all have a great day.
You too. Okay, 6C, consider, discuss, act on a site plan and design review from the revised Second Amendment to the Planned Unit Development PUD overlay zoning for West Point Center at 460 Marina Lane, parcels VA-132-16, VA-132-13, and VA-132-15. Aaron.
All right, so this is the second time this revision has been before you. The original project did go through, or not the original, but the amended project did go through Site Plan Review Committee and Plan Commission. The Village Board ultimately recommended some revisions, kind of go back to the drawing board with the developer. So that's what's come back before the Site Plan Review Committee. And again, just as a reminder, for a Site Plan Review Committee charge, we are looking at strictly just the site plan review components of this. We're not looking at the use. We are looking at just the exterior materials, the layout, the flow of the traffic, so on and so forth, as we typically do. The primary change from the original, or the last one you reviewed, is that there was an assisted living proposal, CBR for assisted living, along the southwest portion of the property along Marina Lane. On the site plan, that is now identified as green space. So that was taken out of the project. There were some concerns from public safety regarding additional stressors on public safety in terms of call volume when you deal with such type use. So the applicant did remove that. That is now identified as green space. It'll be a manicured lawn. And the what was considered the residential care apartment complex, or RCAC apartments, those are now strictly 55-plus senior apartments. So the RCAC designation has been removed, again, because of the concern from public safety for that type of assisted living, that there may be additional call volume. So this is now fully ambulatory senior living apartments. The design for the apartments has remained the same as was previously approved, and the memory care building, which is currently under construction, nothing has changed for that either. There's a addition of a pickleball court and some additional green space to the northeast portion of the site as well. In terms of recommended conditions of approval, I do have a list of them here, consistent with the previous ones as well. All parking areas, landscape islands, and drive areas are to have curbing, either conventional, curb pan, or rolled. Screen any rooftop or ground-mounted mechanical units visible from the property boundaries or South Broadway or Marina Lane rights-of-way. Work with a qualified environmental consultant to remain in compliance with DNR voluntary party liability exemption for closed case number 0605343-470 throughout utility taps, construction, and restoration. Use full cutoff and shielded lighting to prevent glare into the hotel windows to the east. Siding materials are to be engineered wood or cement board. Lap siding is limited to no more than 25% of the surface area of any one elevation. I do want to add a condition here I forgot to include in the list is approval of the amended PUD by the village board, and then meet all applicable requirements of the Ashwaubenon site plan review and all other applicable village ordinances. From engineering, revise the grading plan along the north property line to include a swale so runoff stays on site and is treated by the existing storm pond. Indicate where the sanitary sewer holding tank grease trap is located on the utility plan per building if required. Complete maintenance on the stormwater pond, including trash, sediment, vegetation removal, etc. Update stormwater management plan with new utility layout. Revise the grading plan along the north property line to include the swale so runoff stays on site and is treated by the existing storm pond. From public safety, the fire sprinkler system shall be equipped with a storage-type fire department connection located on the front address side of the building. All new buildings are required to have Knox key box installed 5 feet from grade and within 5 feet of the front main entrance on address side of each building. And private fire hydrants shall not be located within 40 feet of any building. Fire hydrants shall be no more than 10 feet, no less than 5 feet from the curb or edge of the fire apparatus access road or fire lane. Fire hydrants located in parking lot islands shall be a minimum of 3 and 3.5 feet from the center of the hydrant to the curb. And there are no comments from forestry or bike and ped. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
I'm glad that they put the pickleball court back in. You know, I know that that was one of the things at Village Board, that we wanted it to be an activate the waterfront. So I'm glad that that was put back in.
Aaron, something I just thought of, there's a detention pond there. Does that have to be fenced or anything to secure it?
There currently is not a fence there.
No, I
There's-
realize that.
Yeah, there's no plan for one. There's no public access around there. Initially, there was plans for a trail to maybe extend north past the pond. That's no longer the case because there's really nowhere north of that for the trail to go.
Okay,
So there wasn't really a plan for a fence at this time.
okay. The other thought I had, and you've talked about it, but the green space bothered me, thinking that, what are they gonna do in the future with that? So that when the new plan is drawn up, that it's put in there that there will be no medical type facility, rest home or whatever you wanna call them, in that new drawing up that you're gonna do.
What I'll do in the PUD ordinance itself is I'll specify that this PUD is limited to the site plan as submitted.
Okay,
So any changes to the site plan, whether use, building, otherwise, would have to come back through the PUD amendment process.
okay, very good.
Okay, any other questions? Would someone like to make a motion?
All right, I'll move I don't have it in front of me. I'll move to approve the subject that we're talking about. Here we go, now I got it. All right, here we go. Motion to approve the revised site plan and design review for the Second Amendment for the Plan Unit Development PUD overlay zone for the West Point Center, 460 Marina Lane, parcel VA 132-16, parcel VA-132-13, and VA-132-15 with staff conditions.
No second.
Okay,
Question?
Yeah, I have a question, just to
Okay.
make sure that in some way the stipulation that Aaron mentioned about future use be covered somehow, whether it's in here or, by the board. That's my only concern.
okay. Yeah, he said that he'll put that into this approval.
Yep.
Okay,
He'll take care of it.
does everybody understand? Any comments, questions, concerns? Hearing none, there is a motion to approve the revised site plan and design review for the Second Amendment to the Planned Unit Development Overlay Zoning for West Point Center, 460 Marina Lane, parcel VA-132-16, VA-132-13, and VA-132-15 with staff conditions. Any other comments, concerns, questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Number 7, items for next agenda.
Nothing submitted yet, but we'll know at 4:30.
Okay. Maybe, maybe not. Stay tuned. Okay, I need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion carried. Thank you.